Hi guys, another day. We call us of Jacuzzi Diaries, the beautiful sunshine of Vegas. We call us that. Jacuzzi. I gotta do this and do some laps to the pool with that. Warm up my muscles. But my topic for the day, anyhow, is about tragedy. How do you rise from tragedy? Well, tragedy sometimes is that it's a turning point for our lives. When I was in the hospital that day, I thought, oh Jesus, man, what else gonna happen? But you have to use your mind. You can either, learn from this or rise from this. I choose to rise. You know why? Back then, I was reading biographies and other people that, okay? And also, I'll really just story, two stories, okay? A friend of mine that, just visited me from California. A classmate of mine from high school. Because he shared me a story that he also that went through health scare. But you know what? Because he was working three jobs because he was supporting his kids that in and sending money back to his family back to the old country. And that all this working hard at that and he ended up in the emergency room because of exhaustion. And he told me about his life flash before him. He saw his life before him. But after that, he met a beautiful woman, and then and his life started turning. He got a business to that, and and he got to support his kids now. But it took one tragedy, that God told him that during his flashback when he was in the hospital, that don't work too hard at that because I got everything. So it was assurance that from the Lord upstairs everything is gonna turn. And it turned good for him. But it took that tragedy to make him realize that health is very precious to that. So you have to really just step back sometimes. Another story I should relate is about a guy named Ric Flair. Ric Flair was a wrestler at that, even he's very famous right now. But back then he was not. He was about this much quitting the wrestling business. It's nothing working out for him with that. Then he took a plane ride. Okay, wrestlers back then that take plane rides to go from place to place to that to cut down the cost of that. But he took a private plane ride with some of his fellow wrestlers. Well, the plane crashed at that, and he broke his spine. He broke his back. His spine kind of got damaged. Now that was back in the 70s. There's no technology back then of that. They just picked him up and put him in a gurney and put him in traction in the hospital. But one thing that he never gave up. From that, assurance from that thing that he got an idea that become a new character, and that character was Ric Flair. High style profiling. But besides that character, one thing, he parlayed to that character that is the no fear. You must live life to the fullest. And that's the thing that I realized that we call tragedy is always a turning point for some things. And we call this that, and you have to realize one thing here. Okay, my first stay in the hospital that besides here that was in Chicago when my appendix broke. Well, when my appendix broke like that, I got I took a step back. It took me a year, a semester off of college because I don't know what to do. After that, everything starts working out. I got focused. The train, that was put on track. Sometimes God puts everything in front of you like that. You seem like you're not successful at that, but no, He's just trying to, put you in the right track of that to success. You just don't know it, and I don't either today. Sometimes I argue at night against them. It's normal, but you never know. Life's temporary. I might be here in a jacuzzi one day, and I'll be happy and traveling on the next. Because life is infinite. It can it can change anytime. And any guys out there, you have tragedies. Just remember one thing: it's temporary. Don't think negative, okay? Because you don't want to invite more negative energy. Just think, it's gonna work out. I'm gonna power through, and and take in everything step by step. It's like taking on the world, like eating a pie. You don't eat the whole pie, right? You take a slice of it, that then you change it there, right? And you're allowed to cry, because that you're allowed to grieve a little bit because you went through a trauma. I was through a trauma. Also, my mother went through a trauma. I was induced. What you call this? That they induced me in a coma just to make sure my body that will rest. For a mother that's like thinking she thinking I'm gone already, but no. And you know what? After that, I'm grateful. Even though I had to pay a lot of things that like it goes insurance bills and hospital bills, it's worth it. Don't put a price on your health. I know that because we're everybody's living a budget, but you know what? Sometimes that right now I'm not working right now. I'm broke. What could you do with that? I can't can't pay my bills. You just have to grin and bear it and just time. The bill clears come. What you do? Just hope for the best of that, and you just rest, focus. Then we call this everything will work out. I might not see the turning point soon, but I might see the turning point faster than you think. Just think positive, and that's hard. Think positive is hard because you don't, you want, because we're instant gratification society. You wanted it over with. That's a mistake. You got to go through the true struggles because it change you for the better. And we call it pray or meditate and trust in your instincts. Okay? I'll see you guys then. Enjoy your day like that, guys. And remember one thing like that, take advantage if you see the sun like that, go outside and enjoy it wherever you are. We call this enjoy the sun like that because sun like gives you energy, and we go, I call this and I get from the skies above, gives you vitamin D and focus you like that on everything. So remember one thing. We call this. It's all up to you, nobody else. Okay? 1,000 defeats to that. Remember, 1,000 defeats can be 1,000 wins because you learn. Okay? Every major figure in history, they went through defeat. They went through the suckiness. They learned to build. See? Went through defeat to become a winner. Just learn. Just take it as a learning lesson. Sometimes we need to grow up like that and face facts like that, face life, and we try to avoid it that. But you gotta face it that. I'm sorry that. It's just the way it is, I know when you're ready to face the world, face it that. Even though you get scarred, too bad that. At least you learn how to fight. And that's the way of life is. That it's designed to bring the best out of you. You just don't know about. You just don't know about it. But after you're done with that you can handle everything. As my aunt in California said that, telling my mom that, how come we're so calm? Because my aunt said I went through a lot of stuff that, she went through a lot of stuff also because she took care of my grandmother, and my grandmother died like that, in a way called died, naturally, and we call this, and she tried her best to, we call this to help her out, help my grandmother out to that, at her old age to that. When the time came to that, we call it, she tried everything, but the life's life with that. But through the passion of hers, my aunt Cora, she we call this that she learned how to be a rock and family. That when my mom needed her, she was there, and she told my mom, just hang in there. It's not we call this, and she told me this story. She told me this advice. We call this. Just dress it up. If you don't, we call this. If your bill clerk's call. She told me, you have no money. What can you do? Just tell them, take care of what you have. That whatever the world happens outside, just don't, just be grateful. Okay, guys. Bye bye.